Please adhere to YouTube's selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during the video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alright, so a couple days ago, I was gifted a cigarette advent calendar. And I gotta admit, I am a huge fan of it. And since today is Christmas, I'm gonna be opening up each and every single door and finding out just what awaits me inside. Will there be cigarettes inside this cigarette advent calendar? If I had to hazard a guess, probably yes. But maybe, just maybe, there will be more than just that. I'm not sure, but I'm very excited to find out. Thank you so much to Leg Boot Legit on YouTube for having been kind enough to give me this cigarette advent calendar right here. Leg Boot Legit is actually the same individual who made this cigarette advent calendar. And I gotta be honest with y'all, it is absolutely awesome. If y'all want to see other cool little creations like this one, make sure to go check out Leg Boot Legit's YouTube and other social media, which y'all can see on screen and in the description and comments down below. Go check it all out. But I do suppose, before I go ahead and actually start getting all of the doors on the front of this advent calendar all opened up, I should first off probably cover the look of the advent calendar first. Then after that, I'm gonna go and open up this little door first, as it says to open this one first in specific. And then after that, after I've opened this one, I'm gonna open up each and every single door in order, and I'm gonna find out just what cigarettes await me on the inside. But first off, as said, we've gotta go over the look of this cigarette advent calendar. And let's go ahead and start off with the front, which is what we're looking at right now. We can see we get a beautiful, what looks like hand-painted, sort of snowy, Christmassy, almost sort of Marlboro country-esque design. And that's because this is actually a Marlboro-themed advent calendar. And at the very top in red lettering, it just says Merry Christmas from Marlboro Country right there, which I think is really, really, really dang cool. And I think that's a really nice little feature to have on this advent calendar. Under the text, though, we can see that sort of snowy, Christmassy design. We get a little bit of a log cabin right here with the lights on in the inside, a little bit of smoke coming out right there, and we see a Christmas tree on the inside. There's a cowboy right there. Of course, Marlboro Country, gotta have a cowboy. He's kind of wandering up the road, going up that way. We see a lot of pine trees, maybe some firs, lots of snow on the ground, and overall, it's a really nice design. And one thing I really like is that we can actually see the brush strokes on the roof right there, and at some other points on this printed design right here. I think it looks fantastic. I love the front design on this advent calendar. It really does get you into the spirit of Christmas, in my personal opinion. And frankly put, it just is a really, really, really nice looking design. This would be a nice looking design even if it wasn't on the front of an advent calendar. It looks fantastic. Over to the side, over here, we can see there's two lighter rectangles, and that's where you're supposed to write to and from. So who is gifting it and who it's for. It says that this advent calendar is to Jacob F. Jones, that's me, and it's from Mr. Leg Boot Legit. And then under that, in red lettering, it just says that I'm supposed to open this door first. And just feeling right here, I can feel that there's some perforation, and there's a little bit of a dot right here that I think I can put my finger into and kind of just pull out. And so it should just open pretty easily like that. I do hope, at least. And we can see going all along in rows, there are a bunch of numbers going all the way down until number 25 right here. Just says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down to 25. And that's more so than not what's going on with the front of the cigarette advent calendar. I think, frankly put, it looks fantastic. And I gotta admit, I am such a fan of not only the look of this cigarette advent calendar, but I'm also just such a fan of the concept of cigarette advent calendars. In my opinion, It makes so much sense. Cigarette advent calendars just make so much sense. And yet, for some reason, I had never thought about ever making one before. I had never thought that maybe they had even existed before, and I had never thought to even look up if one had even existed previously. Honestly, I am surprised that this is the first cigarette advent calendar that I've ever heard of, and I just love the concept so dang much, and the execution by Leg Boot Legit is just fantastic, frankly put. I love it. I love the design of it. I love the look of it. I love the idea of it. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I'm a huge fan. This is really dang cool. I do suppose, without further ado, now that I've covered the front of the cigarette advent calendar, I should probably go ahead and cover the back now, shouldn't I? And well, man, I'm getting my words just a little bit jumbled up. I've got a little bit of a cold right now, so get my words a little bit jumbled up. Got some stuff in my throat, I'll acknowledge. But what I was trying to say is that we can really see the Marlboro branding on the back of this advent calendar. We can see it's got much more of a, I'd have to say, white background than not. And there's a lot of, I'd have to say, green lettering, a lot of black lettering, and we can see there's an actual design over here. It's not just all lettering on the back by any means. We get a really nice Marlboro red pack right there that, well, has a little bit of a Christmassy ribbon, present ribbon on it, which I think looks fantastic. Yep, just a little bit of a wrapped Marlboro red pack with some Marlboro red cigarettes out front, of course. A little bit of shading going on right there, and just a little bit of a line separating us from this side to this side right there. At the very top in green text, it just says, "What every man wants for Christmas." I can say, I think this is what every man wants for Christmas. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. And then under that, in black text right there, it just says, "Here in Marlboro country, a man doesn't need much to be happy. Just the folks he loves most, a crackling fire, and the smooth, distinct flavor of a Marlboro cigarette. Give him the gift that will truly cheer his spirit this holiday season, the 25-day cigarette advent calendar. For each day in December, his heart will be warmed by the simple joy of his favorite smoke. Merry Christmas from Marlboro Country." And to the side right there, we can see we just get the Marlboro ribbon and logo. And we can see there's a little bit of mistletoe right there in the middle. And right here, it just says something very interesting. It says that there is a pocket ashtray and lighter included, and we get a little bit of a pocket ashtray and lighter design right here. Pocket ashtray and lighter included. All right, you know, this is not just, excuse me, I have some stuff in my throat. It's not happy right now. But ain't no stuff in my throat is gonna stop me from appreciating a cigarette advent calendar, because I love the concept of this cigarette advent calendar so much. Oh man, I need some water real quick. I had a good thing going there for a fat minute. I had a good thing going there for a minute. Oh my God. Nothing helps more to get in the Christmas spirit than getting a Christmas cold, right? Oh man. Whew. Okay. I'm glad I gave myself a moment. I had a good thing going there for a couple minutes. I even had the thought, maybe I'll make it through this entire video without coughing. I think I jinxed myself. Okay. A little bit of water helped so much. Oh my goodness. I am so glad I did not forget my water today. That would have been so bad if I didn't have any water. But where was I? We're talking about this cigarette advent calendar right here, and currently we're going over the back of it. And I think I had just mentioned I think I had just mentioned how this cigarette advent calendar right here has not only cigarettes on the inside, but also a little extra lighter and pocket ashtray. I think that this cigarette advent calendar, having these two little extra items on top of the cigarettes themselves, just makes this even better than it already is, frankly put. Really nice looking back of the advent calendar, in my personal opinion. A little bit of information about what's going on in the inside as well, and overall does a great job of selling you on, well, what this is, frankly put. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the back of this cigarette advent calendar, just like I'm a fan of the front of it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and go over, well, the rest of the sides of the packaging. We can see on this side right here, we get a green background, green like Christmas green, of course. We just get the Marlboro logo right there. Then over here, it just says Merry Christmas from Marlboro Country, just like that in white. And we get the same thing on the other side right there. And on the top, it just says 25-day cigarette advent calendar in, I would have to say that's actually more of a gray, not a white. It looked like a white with my sunglasses on, but that's actually more of a gray in my personal opinion. We get the Marlboro logo right here, but instead of it being a red ribboned Marlboro logo, it instead has a green ribbon, very Christmassy looking in my personal opinion. And we get that same design on the bottom right there as well. Frankly put, overall, a fantastic looking cigarette advent calendar in my personal opinion. And I do suppose, without further ado, I should probably go ahead and grab a thumbnail for this video, and then I should probably go ahead and start getting some of the doors opened up. Just a guess at least. I should probably start doing that sometime soon now, shouldn't I? First off though, as said, let's grab a thumbnail. Let me, real quick, I've got a little bit of a cigarette I was having before the video. Gotta make sure I grab a thumbnail before I open up any of the doors after all. Although, I may grab another thumbnail. Once some of the doors are open, low key. But, I do think without further ado, now that I've grabbed a thumbnail, I do think it is time for me to go ahead and get the very first door all opened up. And I do think it's time to go ahead and find out just what awaits me behind the first door of this cigarette advent calendar. Let's see if I can get this all opened up real quick. Put my finger in and go like that and lift. Whoop. It's a little bit tougher than I was thinking it might be. I was being very careful with this cigarette advent calendar on the way here. I wanted to make sure I didn't like accidentally poke it through or anything like that kind of thing, or accidentally open up one of the doors. Turns out my fear was unwarranted. Oh man. Let's try with my smaller finger. Oh, there we go. Okay. My fingers are just too big, I think. All right, let's go ahead. Ooh, what's this on the inside? Okay. So we've got some bubble wrap right there on the inside. All right. And let's go ahead and take this out. So we've got some bubble wrap. Oh, okay, here we go. So we have in the bubble wrap what looks like, I think, a lighter and a little pocket ashtray right there. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and we can see it's got little labels right there saying lighter and ashtray. So yes, that is indeed what's inside the first door. Let's go ahead and put this down real quick on my little table I have next to me, and let's go ahead and get this bubble wrap all opened up and take a look at what's inside. So here is the little pocket ashtray that was advertised on the back of the cigarette advent calendar. We can see it's got a very nice, I'd have to say, like a stainless steel or aluminum metal finish design to it. But on the front right here, we get a little Christmas tree with cigarettes as the ornaments. Oh, that's actually so, I love that. That's so awesome. Like little lit cigarettes as like the candles and like ornaments on the Christmas tree with little like normal ornaments, of course, as well. Oh man, that is That is so awesome. I love that. Just the cigarette Christmas tree design right there. So dang cool. And under that, it says in red, Merry Christmas from Marlboro Country. Oh man, that is really dang cool. Let's go ahead, get this all opened up, and let's take a look at the ashtray itself without looking at it through plastic. Let's take a look. I'm gonna go and put this in the side of my backpack. Can't be littering, of course. And yes, here it is. Pretty dang good quality, if I do say so myself. And man, it looks fantastic. The print is kind of matte with this very metally, shiny finish. It contrasts very well. And man, it just looks fantastic. Even better than it did under the plastic, of course, as one would expect. Let's get it opened up and see. Oh, there we go. And we got a little leaf holder for your cigarette as well. Man, oh man, that is so cool. So we got a little leaf holder for the cigarette. Put that right there kind of thing. Oh man, yes, this is awesome. This is super cool. Let's go and close it back up real quick, because of course, this is not the only little present that the Cigarette Advent Calendar included. There's also a little lighter as well. The ashtray, super cool though, but we've got to move on. We've got to move on because it's currently 4 o'clock. If I don't move on right now, we're gonna be going until like 5:30 and the sun will be completely down and y'all will not be able to see anything going on because there's no street lights right here. But, let's go ahead and take a look at the lighter that was included as well. And man, this looks really nice. All right, let's get it out of the plastic. Let's get this one out of the plastic first, I do think. Go and put that in the side of my backpack once again. Don't want to be littering. And this, to me at least, this looks like a Dunhill lighter. I love it. We get a really nice gold finish with a sort of like green marble. And at the very bottom down here, there's a tiny little Christmassy Marlboro design. I love that. I love that so much. We get the same design on the other side as well. And yeah, it's a little square right there. We get the Marlboro ribbon red right there with, I would have to say like snowflakes or maybe stars on it. And then, oh, I get it now. Oh my God. Oh wait, this is, oh man, I just got what's going on with the design. I just got it. So, yeah. So, it's the Marlboro ribbon design, of course. And then on the red, there's snowflakes coming down. And then this is white down here. This is a white snowy hill. There's a Christmas tree right there. And so this is a white snowy hill with more snow falling down through the ribbon. And then right there, it just says Marlboro. Oh man, that's such a cool little design. I love it. That's such a cool little design. This is really nice. This is really nice. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. What can I say? And taking a look at the top, looks fantastic. Taking a look at the bottom, looks like this is where we can handle filling up the lighter and where we can probably handle like changing the flint and stuff like that as well. Let's go ahead, crack it open, and no fluid in it. Probably a good idea not to have any fluid in it while it's being shipped and stuff like that kind of thing. So, you know, I'm thinking I should probably go ahead and put some fluid in it because I'm thinking, even though I have a cold, I am going to be wanting to smoke a couple of the cigarettes that are inside of this Cigarette Advent Calendar. And I can't think of a better lighter to light them with than this one right here. Today, I have some Zippo lighter fluid with me. And I also have, my little Gerber Suspension NXT multi-tool. And let's go ahead and just get this opened up real quick. Trying to see which door do I think I should fill it up through. I'm not sure which one. I'm gonna go with, let's just take a look. I'm gonna go with, I think this one is probably the one that I should fill up through. That's probably where the wick is coming through. We can see this is a wick lighter, not a, oh no, I'm so glad I'm not making this video on concrete. Oh my God, I didn't want to dent this lighter. It fell on grass. It's just fine. Don't worry about it. But this is a wick lighter, not a like butane lighter. So no need to use butane. Just gonna be using some Zippo lighter fluid. But I'm just gonna go ahead and unscrew it real quick, just like that, and just do the rest with my finger because I don't want to use a screwdriver on this screw more than I have to. And yes, there is the wick right there, it looks like. I'm gonna go put the screw down very carefully, and I'm gonna go ahead and just fill up this lighter and see if I can get it working properly. Let's see if I can get this open. Let's try it. Let's try it. I might need to use my little knife to kind of poke it up just a little bit. It's always a process getting the Zippo lighter fluid opened up, but probably better to have it be difficult to open up than easy because it is extremely flammable after all. Alrighty though. Well, let's go ahead and I'm gonna just try a little bit at first. Let's go and do, I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's try it like that. It looks pretty soaked through right now. I'm gonna give it a minute, and before I do anything else, before I try to light it, I am gonna put the backing screw back on, if I can. Let's see, there we go. And I'm just gonna go and twist it back on real quick, just like that. And I'm gonna take my multi-tool, and I'm just gonna tighten it, not too much, just enough. I don't wanna over-thread it or anything like that by any means. And there we go. All right, I'm gonna try that in a minute, see if it works, and then after that, we're gonna get back to opening up the Cigarette Advent Calendar. Let's give it a go though. Let's see if it wants to work. Whoo, there it goes. Oh man, that is awesome. That is so cool. And I love the look of this little lighter right here. It really reminds me of a Dunhill lighter. It looks so fancy. It looks so classy. I love it. It's a Marlboro branded Dunhill lighter. That's my take at least. I think it looks fantastic. Let's light it one more time. Oh, 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 oh. Maybe I should put more fluid in it. Hold it upside down for a minute. New lighters, new experiences. You know what I'm saying. There we go. I'm just gonna let it burn for a moment. And close it, just like that. Very, very, very cool stuff. Very, very, very cool stuff in my personal opinion. And I do think without further ado, now that I've covered this lighter and the little pocket ashtray that came with the Advent Calendar, I think it's time to continue covering the Advent Calendar, and specifically what is inside of the Advent Calendar. Since today is Christmas, I'm going to be opening up each and every single door. I've already opened up this one, but I'm going to be opening up this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, all the way down to 25, which is today. Christmas, December 25th. So I do suppose without further ado, I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover about the look of this Advent Calendar. So yeah, I think it's time to go ahead and find out just what cigarettes await me inside of this Advent Calendar right here. Without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and start opening it up. Let's see. Number one, what's there gonna be? I think I might have to use my pinky again. And I wanna make sure, oh, there we go. I don't wanna damage it any more than absolutely necessary. All right, so I'm seeing there is a cigarette right here. Just getting it out. Okay, all right, so this cigarette is sealed in a little tiny bag for freshness. Now that is some extra thought being put into making sure everybody has a good experience, and that's some extra thought that I love seeing as a cigarette enthusiast myself. The fresher the cigarette, the better the cigarette, generally speaking at least. And to be precise, we can see that this one is a Marlboro Blend number 27. One of my favorite Marlboro cigarettes, I'll acknowledge. One of my favorite Marlboro cigarettes. And so honestly, that's an amazing cigarette to start off with. I love it. I love it, frankly put. And you know, I'm thinking, go and get this opened up. Can I get this cigarette out? I'm just gonna try to squeeze it out. I might just have to rip this bag. Might just be the easiest way to get this opened up. And yeah, I think that was just easier. Just peel it like, peel it like a banana. Just peel. I just peeled the cigarette packaging like a banana. Oh man, that's amazing. I love it. I love it. And yeah, that's the first cigarette all out right there. Marlboro Blend 27. That was the first one. And man, let me tell y'all what, my throat is not happy right now, but I don't care. I'm gonna have a cigarette nonetheless because I want to smoke a cigarette while I'm opening up the rest of these doors. That's what I'm saying, at least. So without further ado, let's go ahead, grab the lighter right here. I've got the lighter in my hand. Let's get it opened up and let's get to smoking my first cigarette from the Cigarette Advent Calendar that I was gifted. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta admit, I wasn't sure if I was gonna be using the pocket ashtray during this smoke, but I think I can say that I most definitely want to use it because I think I might need both of my hands to try to hold and open the Cigarette Advent Calendar. So, you know, I'm thinking, let's go and use the little pocket ashtray, and I'm gonna take another hit or two. And I'm gonna go ahead and just go like that, and I'm just gonna put it in, and I'm gonna put this down on the ground just like that. I don't know quite how hot it's gonna get, so I don't wanna put it on my table, but I'm gonna leave it down there just like that, and I'm gonna take a hit whenever I want one. Gotta admit though, that cigarette, it be hitting. It be hitting. The Marlboro Blend 27s, they are pretty solid after all. I am an enthusiast of them. Whenever I do have a pack, I will acknowledge. But, let's go ahead and go over the next 24 days worth of cigarettes. So let's go and cover number 2 now. Let's go and see what's inside this one. So inside this one, we get, and let's see if I can get it open up. I think I'm gonna have to use my pinky once again. Let's see, it's a little bit tough. Oh, there's a bug. There we go. All right, I might try it from this side. Actually. That might be a little bit easier. There we go, just like that. So what is the second cigarette in this advent calendar? We are looking at a, Marlboro Red. Very nice, very cool. No complaints on my behalf. Let's go and see what's in number 3. All right, number 3 is Marlboro Black. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Marlboro Black Red, I assume. Very, very, very cool. All right, next up, we got day number 4. And we are looking at, what are we looking at? We're looking at a Marlboro Menthol Slate. Ooh, that's a rare cigarette to find these days. But there's one in this Cigarette Advent Calendar. Love it, love it. Let's go ahead. Get day number 5 opened up. It's a little bit tough, but we got it. All right, day number 5 is a Marlboro Gold. We got a Marlboro Gold for day number 5. Very, very, very nice. You know, Marlboro Golds, not exactly my personal preference, but I will not deny a Marlboro Gold if given one in a cigarette advent calendar. So I will absolutely be smoking that without a doubt. And we're already through the first row. Now, I think I want to cover kind of what the inside of this looks like as well before we go over any of the other ones. So I'm going to go and finish off this first cigarette real quick. And then after that, we're going to go and continue covering the other rows. But before that, I'm going to go over what the inside looks like, because it looks like there's little holes for the cigarettes to sit in and everything like that, so they don't get like all messed up like when you buy it and you're kind of maybe like throw it in your car and stuff like that kind of thing. And when it's being shipped and whatnot. Let's go and take my last couple hits of this cigarette though. And I'm gonna go ahead and stub it out, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip of water. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna close up the little pocket ashtray, just so if the wind picks up, the ash doesn't go flying everywhere. And the bottom of the ashtray definitely does get a bit warm. It is metal after all. I need a sip of water though. Oh my goodness. My throat did okay with smoking that cigarette, but I think if I continue talking, it's gonna be messed up. So I'm gonna take a sip of water. This cold, it has been ripping me apart. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Thankfully though, I'm feeling good enough today to open up this cigarette advent calendar. And I'm very thankful I'm feeling good enough, because I have been wanting to open up this cigarette advent calendar for the last couple days. And man, I'm just so glad to be doing so today. But if we want to take a look at the inside right there, and we do want to take a look at the inside, and we can see there's a little hole right there for the cigarettes to sit in. The inside of this is red as well. Very Christmas themed. And that hole right there, I love the fact that it's not just a brick where you just put the cigarette in, it can get jumbled around and stuff like that kind of thing. I love the fact that there's a hole for the cigarette to go in and not get all messed up like when it's moving around and stuff like that kind of thing. Having a cigarette remain in good condition while it's being moved around in a package is always an essential thing, and that's been nailed with this cigarette advent calendar in my personal opinion. Is this cigarette advent calendar a real product? It should be, let me just put it that way. It absolutely should be. But let's go ahead and go over the second row now. So the second row, day number 6 is the first one. Let's go ahead. I'm just gonna hold it like this, and we're just gonna do it like this, I think, honestly. Let's see if I can get it opened up. All right, there we go. So day number 6, what are we looking at? We're looking at a Marlboro menthol cigarette. Very cool, very cool. Day number 7, what are we looking at? Man, I feel like I'm opening like Counter-Strike cases right now, waiting to find like like a 1 in 10,000 chance knife or something like that kind of thing. I feel like I'm opening Counter-Strike cases right now. This is getting the adrenaline going. This is getting the dopamine going. Day number 7, we've covered the first week of December. We're looking at a Marlboro Silver. Very cool, very cool. All right. Day number 8. What are we looking at? Day number 8. What do we have? Let's take a look. Let's get it open. And let's get the cigarette out. We're looking at a Marlboro NXT. Very, very, very cool. All right. Day number 9. We're past the first week. Get this all opened up. Oh, I think I opened it up wrong. My bad. I opened it up a little bit wrong. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. Let's see. All right. So we're looking at, in this one, a Marlboro Menthol Blue. Day number 10. Okay, there we go. What are we looking at? We are looking at a Marlboro Special Select Red. Ooh, Marlboro Special Select Red. That's a pretty special cigarette. I feel like that's a rare one. No complaints. Man, I think like one way to make this advent calendar, like, even more marketable is to make it where there's like a 1 in 10,000 chance you get like a really rare cigarette or something like that kind of thing. Gambling advent calendar. Gambling cigarette advent calendar. Just imagine, cigarette advent calendar that has pay to win microtransactions. That's probably been done by some online gambling site already, actually, honestly. If it hasn't, I think it will be now because I've just said that idea out loud. I'll have to go ahead and copyright that real quick. I love this cigarette advent calendar. It's so good. Let's go ahead and see day number 11. Day number 11. All right. Let's see. What are we looking at? Day number 11. All right. We are looking at another Marlboro Black. Very cool. Very cool. Day number 12, what are we looking at? All right, day number 12, we're looking at a Marlboro Red Label, also known as what I think was previously the Marlboro Mediums. I'm pretty sure, could be wrong about that. Day number 13. All right, what are we looking at? Day number 13, we are looking at, what are we thinking? What's going to be in here? We are looking at, all right, a Marlboro Menthol Silver. What's next? Day number 14. Day number 14. Ooh. We are looking at, oh, this one didn't quite open up all the way. Let's get that opened up the rest of the way. All right. Cigarette we're looking at is a Marlboro Smooth Ice. Ooh, definitely. As we're getting towards the 25th on the advent calendar, we're noticing a bit more menthols kind of thing. We're noticing a little bit more menthols, and I feel like that's kind of the advent calendar trying to get you into the Christmas spirit, I'd have to say. I like that. Let's go ahead. Day number 15. Marlboro Red once again. You know, the classic Marlboro Red. Can't go wrong with it, and it wouldn't be a Marlboro advent calendar without a bunch of Marlboro Reds. That's what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead. All right, day number 16. Got to be careful not to open up the 25th. Got to be careful not to open up this one quite yet. All right, let's go ahead and see, though. Day number 16. Let's see if I can get it opened up. Oh, there we go. Just like that. All right, what are we looking at? We're looking at another Marlboro Red. Hey, as said, it would not be a Marlboro advent calendar without a bunch of Marlboro Reds. That's what I'm saying. And let's go and see. Day number 17. All right, what are we looking at? Day number 17. Oh man, my finger. My finger. Ow. Advent calendars. They be hurting. But let's go ahead and see. All right. Day number 17. What are we looking at? We are looking at a Marlboro Menthol Gold. Very nice. Day number 18. Oh, day number 18. It's a bit hard to open. There we go. All right. We are looking at a Marlboro Midnight Menthol, another uncommon cigarette. Man, I feel like I just unboxed a karambit with a very specific like pattern on it from a case in Counter-Strike. Just got a little bit of a rare cigarette there. No complaints. Day number 19. What's going to be in day number 19? We got a rare one for day number 18. What do we think for day number 19? Are we going to get two in a row? Are we going to get two rare cigarettes in a row? What are we thinking? Marlboro Bold Ice. Not two rare cigarettes in a row, but we got another menthol. Really trying to get us into the Christmas cheer. The closer we get to Christmas, this advent calendar is trying to get us this Christmas cheer, and I like that. Day number 20. What are we looking at? All right. We are looking at Marlboro Black Menthol. Another menthol cigarette. Very nice. Day number 21. We're getting close to Christmas. Day number 21 is a Marlboro Southern Cut. Yo, now that's what I'm talking about. One of my favorite Marlboro cigarettes of all time. Love it. What are we looking at for day number 22? Day number 22 is, all right, Marlboro Black Gold. Ooh, What are their new cigarettes? I see what Marlboro's trying to do. They've got a new cigarette. This was released like only 2 years ago. Stick a new cigarette in the advent calendar. Get people to try the new cigarette. Get them hooked. I understand what they're doing. It makes sense. Love it. Love it. And let's go and see day number 23. All right. 2 days till Christmas. Day number 23. What is the cigarette? We've got the Marlboro Menthol Smooths, what is, in my opinion, probably the most Christmassy Marlboro Menthol cigarette out there. This is a very Christmassy cigarette. Makes sense why it's so close to Christmas. Day number 24. What are we looking at? All right, day number 24. What's it gonna be? All right, so Marlboro Red. A, makes sense. Christmas Eve, day number 24, December 24th. Marlboro Red, you know, honestly, it makes perfect sense. All right, so that's every single day opened up besides today, Christmas. And this one is a little bit bigger than the others. This one goes all the way around like that kind of thing. It's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger. So what's gonna be in this one? Well, oh, that's actually really satisfying to do. What's gonna be in this one? What's going to be in this one? Well, let's go and get it opened up and find out. Oh, it's a little bit tough. Let me use my smaller finger so I can get more leverage. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. It took a moment, but I got it. All right. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? It's going to be a full pack of Marlboro Blend 27s. Now that's what I'm talking about. A full, fresh pack of Marlboro Blend 27s. Now that is a good Christmas gift from this cigarette advent calendar right here. And right there, it just says full pack. So that's where the full pack is supposed to go. Ooh, man, I gotta admit, I absolutely love it. Super dang cool. This is awesome. This is so awesome. And of course, now that I've opened up every single door that the cigarette advent calendar has, and now that I've gotten out my Christmas present, I've got to smoke one of my Christmas presents. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. So, you know, I do suppose without further ado, I should probably do it. I should probably smoke one of my Christmas presents now, shouldn't I? So, without further ado, let's go ahead, get it all opened up, get all the cellophane off. And let's go ahead, put that cellophane in the side of my backpack. Can't be littering. Let's get this all opened up just like that. Get the foil out, put that in the side of my backpack once again. And let's go ahead and get one of these cigarettes all out of the packaging. And let's go ahead and get, I was about to say my lighter out of my pocket, but no. I can't be using the lighter that I normally carry with me every day. I gotta be using the lighter from the cigarette advent calendar that I opened up today. I gotta use this lighter right here because it's so dang cool. This lighter is so dang nice. And now that I've got this lighter in my hand, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this cigarette all lit up, and let's go ahead and get to smoking. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying? I gotta admit, overall, the cigarette advent calendar that I just got done opening, it's so dang awesome. It's so cool. It's such a cool idea, such good execution, and just overall, a fantastic idea that I love very much. I know I mentioned this earlier on in the video, but genuinely, I don't know how I had never heard of like cigarette advent calendars before. Like when I think I looked it up a little bit, I totally figured that like Marlboro or Camel or L&M or some large brand had at some point made a genuine cigarette advent calendar. I could not find any evidence as such. I mean, like, there's many cigarette, like, Christmas advertisements. There's a really iconic one with Ronald Reagan for Chesterfields, which is hilarious. But an actual cigarette advent calendar, that's not something that appears to have ever been made before this point, ever. And so as such, once again, I want to give a huge thanks to Leg Boot Legit for having been kind enough to send over his wonderful creation to me as a Christmas gift. Thank you so much, Mr. Leg Boot Legit. I really do appreciate it. This cigarette advent calendar right here is so awesome. I love it very much. And it is, in my opinion, not just an advent calendar. There are advent calendars that are just advent calendars, and then there's advent calendars that, frankly put, are like works of art. And this is one of those. This is, in my opinion, a work of art. And it's a functional work of art. It's an advent calendar that gets the job done, that works so well. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. And it has gotten me in the Christmas spirit without a doubt. I love the idea of it. I love the execution. And once again, I'm very thankful to have it in my possession. Thanks so much to Mr. Leg Boot Legit. This absolutely should be a real product. Legally speaking, it can't really be sold with the cigarettes on the inside. But let's say it wasn't sold with the cigarettes on the inside. It would still be an amazing product. It would still be an amazing product. Without the cigarettes inside, and you just put them in yourselves and gift it to a friend and stuff like that kind of thing. Be an amazing product, and absolutely, this should be a real viable product. That's my take. I really do think it should be. I think this would sell. I think this would sell tons of advent calendars. I'm just kind of closing all the doors right now because I want to grab myself just one more thumbnail before the end of the video. There we go. All right, let's go and grab a thumbnail. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you would buy a cigarette advent calendar like this one, even if it had no cigarettes on the inside, because legally in the United States, I can't really see legislators being a big fan of this, nor do I think the current laws in place in the United States would allow for an advent calendar like this one to actually be sold on the market with cigarettes on the inside. But let's say there were no cigarettes on the inside. Would y'all buy a cigarette advent calendar like the one that I showcased during this video today? Let me know in the comments down below. I know I sure as hell would. That's for dang sure. So cool. And so glad to have had the opportunity to go over the cigarette advent calendar that I went over today. Absolutely, genuinely, without a doubt, no complaints on my behalf. And I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video today. If you guys have enjoyed watching this video, where I went over one of my Christmas gifts, the cigarette advent calendar, I opened it up, I went over what it looked like, and I showcased every single thing on the inside of it. Of course, make sure to all like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, everything like that, all in the description down below. All of Leg Boot Legit's social media links are in the comments and description down below. Go check them all out. Thank you so much for watching this video, y'all. I'm gonna go and finish off my cigarette. And I'm gonna have a great rest of my Christmas. No matter what y'all celebrate, I hope y'all are having an amazing holiday season. Until the next one, y'all, stay safe in peace and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?